Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Shigo here, and today we are going to do another movie review. So, today I decided, I would review another movie, and since I'm making pizza today, so that's going to be interesting. So, while I'm waiting for the dough to rise, I'm going to be reviewing this zombie film directed by Andrea Bianchi called Burial Ground The Nights of Terror. It's an Italian zombie film that's also known as Le Notte di Terror, also known as Nights of Terror, Zombie Horror, The Zombie Dead, whatever you prefer to call it. I just refer to it as Burial Ground The Nights of Terror. So, it's pretty much an Italian grindhouse zombie film directed by Andrea Bianchi, as said earlier. It is one of the several films that has been released under alternative title Zombie Free. So, this movie came out in 1981 and it's about over 40 years old. It is a good zombie film. It stars Karen Well, um, Gianluigi Crizzi, Simone Mattori, Antonia Antonori, Roberto Caporale, Claudio Zucchet, Peter Bark, Anna Veneti, Ramanando Barberi, and Mariangela Gorando. So I do apologize if I don't pronounce, the Italian, names correctly, because, I'm not Italian, but I still found this movie to be pretty interesting. Now, I reviewed this on my main channel called The Lion Queen, so I did review this back in 2020, and I did review it in Shadows and Pretties, so it's on my main channel. You guys can go and check that out. So, I thought today I would go ahead and review this film. This film was definitely a good one in my personal eyes, but I've seen some other reviews that some people said they either don't like it, or they just have mixed feelings on it. And that's exactly what this film did at when I first saw it. I first saw this when back in 2000 I guess it was 2012, or yeah, it was around 2012 because I was in high school. I think it was like late 2012 because I was in high school. And I honestly started liking this movie. I mean, I've like a lot of things with zombies. Most of the zombies in here pretty much have skeletal corpses or skeletal faces for them, which is pretty epic. I mean, you don't see that in normal zombie films, which from the zombie films I've seen in the past, you don't usually see them like that. The film itself is honestly a pretty good movie, and I personally really enjoy this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is a really epic movie. It's definitely a good one in my personal eyes, but I do respect people's opinions if they don't like this film. Like, if they don't like this film, that's completely fine. I respect their opinions. I mean, it's got good Italian acting, which I thought that was really amazing and well made. So, what is Burial Ground Nights of Terror about? Well, this story or movie is about a scientist who is studying the ancient crypts near a grand mansion. Unfortunately, he accidentally unleashes the zombies. So the curse he, releases is reanimates is the dead buried bodies in the area. The zombies kill the scientists. Eventually, we see three couples and one of them having a son arrive at this mansion at the scientist's invitation for the weekend. This is when, things started to get really messed up. I mean, this one says the Nights of Terror, but this is only taking place in like two nights. But first night it gets NSFW related stuff, but that's in the first night. The second night is just, terror. Most of the horror in that it takes place during the day, and I don't really think that really made any sense per se, but who's to say? I'm not a writer, so there's definitely that. It didn't really make any logical sense. But but the film itself honestly wasn't that terrible in my eyes. I thought it was going to be bad, but honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So these three guests, they go everywhere in this house, in this big house, which is a villa, and it is still there today. The location is still there today in Italy, and it's in Farscati, Italy. That is pretty awesome. That's still there. And you know what's the best part is that this mansion had been there since the since the 1600s, which I'm like, holy hell. I mean, I didn't expect it to survive that long. But, it's an ancient piece of work. What I mean by piece of work, it's just amazing. So, the zombies go ahead and they start attacking, the guests in the house one by one. Some of them they get killed one by one in, gory ways. And when they try to escape, however, one thing leads to another and it involves, someone getting killed, so they, minus one person as they go along in the film. The acting is pretty good. I mean, I actually seen the movie in Italian, but I also saw the English dub of it, and I honestly really have to say I like the English dub. The English dub is pretty good. And I do really like the fact that, it's a really nice film that does have a lot of horrors, and, the zombies are really well done. The makeup is absolutely amazing. But like I said, I respect your opinions if you don't like this film. Now, I'm gonna definitely say there was one thing I did not like about the film, and if you're wanting to know what it is I did not like, that is the son that Peter Park plays, Michael. I mean, he seems to be very attracted to his mother in the NSFW way, and it's just I'm not gonna say too much about it because, well, you know, I don't want this video to get age restricted, but if you guys want to see the movie, it is on YouTube, so you guys can go see it for yourself if you want to know. But there's also other films that, well, other videos that people describe that part, involving, the son being all, all over his mother in a sense. I mean, keep in mind, Peter Park was in his mid 20s or something when he was in this movie, so there's definitely that. But in all due reality, when I first saw the film, I honestly didn't even know if it was good or bad. At first, I thought it was not going to be good, but when I watched it a couple more times, I honestly still like it. Now, this film of its own self, the gore is pretty good. I personally really like the gore. I do like, the deaths. The deaths were pretty interesting. Although at the same time, I mean, the only thing I have to deduct a point from is that the fact that the son's like all over his mother in a sense. That's why I'm deducting a point when it comes to reviewing this film because I honestly really didn't care for that part. And plus, it kind of made me cringe. Not gonna lie. And there is one scene that Michael does to his mother. I'm not going to say what it is, but he did bites into his mom, when he's zombified. But I'm not going to say where or go into more detail. But if you guys want to, look up the movie to find out, you can. Or if you want to watch the movie, you are more than welcome to do so. I mean, this is a good This is a. It's just one of those films for me that is so bad, but it's actually quite good. You know, that's just how see this movie as. But the fact that the acting was pretty good, I mean, the characters were pretty interesting too. I mean, I really personally enjoyed the characters. So, with that being said, and that being the case, I give Burial Ground The Nights of Terror a 9 out of 10. It's a great film in my eyes. Good Italian zombie film. It does have, the gore, which the gore is just as good as a George A. Romero film, which I have to say, George A. Romero films are fantastic. And I honestly really do like the concept of the characters, although I'm not really a fan of, I didn't really like the fact that, the son Michael's all over his mother in a sense. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that because if you guys want to know, you guys can go watch it on, you guys can go watch the movie or you guys can do some research of it if you like. It's also a movie that I think it's, it's so bad but it's good at the same time. I personally really enjoy it in my personal opinion. But like I said, if you don't like this movie, I respect your opinion, and if you like this movie, that's perfectly cool with me too. If you got no opinions or you're just in the middle of, you like it or you don't like it, perfectly fine and understandable too. Now, I guess with that being said, Yeah, if you're a zombie fan, I highly recommend you check out this movie if you haven't. You will not be disappointed if you like, Italian zombie films like this one. So, anyways, with that being said, that being the case, yeah, what did you guys think of this movie? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I am Miss Dark Shigo. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will not miss an upload. Also, if you're not subscribed to my main channel known as The Lion Queen, I highly recommend you go check that out. Link to that will be in the about page section of this channel. And I'm going to say this now. If I miss anything that I did not say in this film or whatever, if you guys want to let me know what it is in the comments below, feel free to let me know. So, as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. I don't know whatever zombie film I'm going to review next after this one, but, I'm probably going to review a different movie. But, like I said, whatever zombie film I look, it's just, I don't know. It's really hard to say. So, anyways, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out, and take care, everyone.